We've got a flat tire here and we need to remove it and fix the inner tube. So with a 14mm bolt on this side and holding something on the other side, we'll remove it. Now we'll go ahead and take out the axle. And we can now remove the wheel. Now we're gonna let out all the air. There's not too much in here already. It's a pretty bad leak. We don't want to damage the inner tube, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to get the tire off. Now we can just get underneath the bead carefully because we don't want to poke any inner tubes, and lift it up on top, and then with it on top we can work around lifting the bead up on the other side. Just work it all the way around. Once you get it enough, you can pull it off the rest of the way with your hand. You can get the other side off the same way with the screwdriver, or you can just pull it off. Remove the inner tube. Looks like this inner tube already has a few patches on it. Got plenty of air in the inner tube so we can see the bubbles coming up. And it looks like our patches are the weak point. You can see actually not coming from this patch, it's a little bit to the right of the patch, and then it does look like one on this side. The other one is coming up from this patch. You can buy a patch kit, or you can use a piece from an old inner tube. To get a little bit closer to the shape of the patch you need, you can take that piece of rubber and cut it into a circle. Now I'm going to scuff up the area where we're going to apply the rubber cement and put the patch. You can use a wire brush, you could use sandpaper, just something to scuff up the surface. We'll clean up the surfaces with rubbing alcohol. We'll put some rubber cement on here, and some on the patch as well. We want to let it dry till it's tacky, but not liquid. Let's go ahead and apply our patch. Just go ahead and press that on and it'll stick nice and tight. Now we'll apply the second patch. Now we'll pump it up, put it in the water and see if it holds. Squeeze just to add a lot of pressure in there. And I'm not seeing any bubbles. With the inner tube pumped up, we're gonna put it in the tire so it'll maintain its shape. It's a little bit easier to get in. Then we'll deflate it. Now we'll deflate it the rest of the way. We want to keep this lined up with the valve stem so it doesn't go crooked. You can push on the back of the tire to get it to go all the way through. We're going to work it on as much as we can by hand. That's the safest way. You won't damage the inner tube anymore, but you'll get to a point where you need to use the screwdriver. With it right here at the edge, I'm just going to push it in with the screwdriver. We want to make sure that the valve stem stays straight, so I'm going to start on this side and then work around so it doesn't unevenly start stretching. Now we'll use that screwdriver, carefully with the inner tube. We don't want to get close to that, and start working that in. With everything lined up, we're going to go ahead and pump it up. And let's go ahead and put it back on the bike.